my colleague, Shri Dharmendra Pradhan, His Excellency the Ambassador for Japan in India, Dr. K.P. Krishnan, the Secretary of the Department, Mrs. Kochar, other distinguished persons on the dais and in this auditorium. Let me at the very outset congratulate all the entrepreneurs who have been recognized by the Department of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship in the second version of the awards which they have given this year. The first version was given last year. This department is a very new department, probably amongst the youngest in the government, and probably one of the more important departments. Important because the relevance of both skilling and entrepreneurship in India. It's a well-known fact that India is a country with a very large population, and a country with a large population, both in the government, that is the center or the state or the public sectors or government enterprises, there is a limited capacity of job creation. In the large organized sector, there is perhaps a slightly larger capacity. But then even if the two are taken together, it's not enough or adequate to service the population of India. And one distinct feature of India's population, which we always mention, is that we have more younger people. And therefore we have more hands which can work. The second distinct feature is that compared to the rest of the world, where in most developed countries, population is either stabilizing or going down, that's not happening in India. And therefore, advanced economies at times find it difficult to find people to service their economies. But then an economy like India has much larger people. And therefore, obviously, the distinct feature of India is that we have a large population, a large younger population. Proportionately to the rest of the world, we have many more people who can work, people who can not only service the economy in our country, but can also do it outside. And that's why you have a large Indian diaspora gradually increasing. How do you then use this excess population as the best economic resource? Conventionally, we only awarded them degrees. We gave standardized courses. And then there used to be that demand that how do you link these with jobs? Because many of those degrees had absolutely no nexus or connection to the kind of vocation these young men and women would eventually undertake. And over a period of time, a realization has grown that you need to skill these people for jobs. And the areas of skilling are huge. Conventionally in India, people skilled themselves on the strength of the communities they were born in. Our social system was so designed that people born within a particular community got related to the trades which were relevant to those communities. But then the country is changing, the social order is changing. And therefore the respect for those trades also has to change. So as the economy expands, what is the kind of carpenters you will require? What is the kind of plumbers you will require? What is the kind of drivers you will require? What's the kind of mechanics you will require? What's the kind of electricians you will require? And in hundreds and dozens and hundreds of specialized areas, you will require to skill people. Originally, the self-trained, even though very competent, didn't get the social sanction, and therefore the salary structures were also limited. But as the economy grows, as it has grown in the developed economies, those who have those certified trainings are jobs which are very respected, jobs which are very well paid, and therefore they move up the social and economic ladder. Now you have across the center and the state governments a large number of departments which have the ability to skill. You have companies which have the ability to take in apprentice and skill them. And I think that's where we need to chisel this large human resource and prepare themselves for specialized jobs. And as the economy expands, the need for these jobs over the next decades will be much larger. You will need construction workers who not only learn from experience, but who are actually well-trained and skilled construction workers. You will need factory and plant workers who have that ability. And eventually, to get this idea of skill development, I think this is the coordinating department which has a very vital role to play. And needless to say, the strength of Indian economy is going to be entrepreneurs. When we shifted over from a regulated economy in 1991, one of the great ideas was to unleash the energies of individuals. Don't restrict them. In a restrictive economy, you say you can't do this. These are the areas you can't get into. These are the areas you can't get into without permission. You can't grow in size. There are no prohibitions. But once you get out of the regulatory framework, you unleash the energies of people. You allow them to move away from the beaten track. You allow them to create new ideas for themselves. And finally, the world will survive on the success will survive on the survival of the fittest. Whoever comes out with his best entrepreneurial ideas and is able to implement it will probably be able to reap the maximum benefits out of that. And I'm sure today's honor that has been given to some of our colleagues is a certain nudge in that direction. I compliment both the awardees and also the department for having taken this great initiative. Thank you very much.